Ravens sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fields this way up at the 17. And able. Carry now for Nick Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now some motion. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
4 yards on the pickup.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
But
not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play, because to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later
A
on.
first down throw for Mayfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brings up on the ground. It's Chubb. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Rolling to his right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Mayfield pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw again on second down. Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
I can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change? A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, 79 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Olivier Vernon, his 2nd sack of the night.
Back at the 18-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Jackson throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Number 82.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, That ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Following the interception, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Browns first down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down.
16 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run. Chubb. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead.
They have really had their way in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by...
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Mayfield on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wild card game. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something up. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
So free, that's how I made sure I opened the blind.
From about the 32. Chubb. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third down, Mayfield steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Speed runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good run at 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, 33 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Browns 35, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You put it inside the wagon.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And his
throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, and he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
And on the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
You think they'd be pretty
To the kitchen, clean out the refrigerator. I got the meat on something.
Not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
I'll come back. Let me clean the refrigerator now. Right quick. Okay.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
This is too small room.
Mayfield now. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Browns 42. Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception.
Jackson
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
To throw, Mayfield. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. First down.
They run again on first down. Chubb broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Brought down at the
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And 7.
Now Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
Mayfield's pass. Thrown away and incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. A give. This is Chubb. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sione Takitaki able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is moving the football.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Being chased, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one out. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now left side on the swing pass. Fights through at the 5. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Browns.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And it's caught off the deflection. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And they're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Browns 48, Ravens 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. One last shot for Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries, or you just don't play well, or you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of the season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.
He can't eat after 12 tonight. Let him stay up. Let me see, Jerry. Jerry. Time up. Okay, put it back in your thing. Look a little clean. I had these clothes on too. Your man's behind you.
Rags, that's all automatic life loss. This dude is going to take time. Y'all can have that whole like rolling your ranks over.
I had that big thing about stop jumping and dancing and shit, talk straight.
Yeah, you get a pack of noodles.
No, clean up first.
Yeah, you gotta clean up what I asked you to first. Your bed and stuff.
Clean up, not bad.
We ain't gonna break this tea over. Oh, this that makes it fresh. I don't think nothing wrong with it. But these refrigerator better than the other ones. They keep shit fresh.